No microphone for today as well, because I can't be bothered to turn on the microphone. Actually, let's turn on the microphone. I'm just not gonna use the lavender or whatever the thing is named. I'll just do this. Hopefully it's not bad. But this kind of ruins my t-shirt, but whatever. It's not that deep. Welcome back, fellas. I slacked for 2 days. I know, I can't lie. I didn't do an episode on Tuesday, and I didn't do an episode yesterday, which was Wednesday. On Tuesday, I had 2 gigs. It was kind of hard to get anything done. I had to go to the office. I had to come home. I had to go to Jiu-Jitsu, and I had to go and do my 2 shows. So, my bad on that one, okay? I probably should have organized myself a little bit better. No, not my bad maybe on that one. Definitely my bad on that one, okay? Should have organized myself a little bit better, okay? I shouldn't have... Maybe I should have recorded 2 episodes. Who knows? Something else, I should have done something else, that's for damn sure. And I didn't, so my apologies for not having an episode on Tuesday. Yesterday, I was too damn tired. I spent the whole day at the office. We had like an event sort of a thing, at the office. So yeah, it was basically same thing. And then I went to Jiu-Jitsu and I was just completely drained after Jiu-Jitsu class. It was one of those days, okay? So yeah, fuck in hell, bro. Can we do this? Okay, this doesn't look half bad. So yeah, again, my bad for missing 2 days. I'll be back. I'm gonna do a double upload today to reward you fellas, as if anyone gives a fuck about this. But yeah, updates. The 2 shows went awesome. I think the Salva gig was cool. I think I'm getting really close to my tight 5. I'm getting really happy with how the tight 5 is looking. I ended up doing like 20 minutes, a 20-minute set the other day, the second show, because I was like the last comedian and I just got distracted with time and the gig was going well, so I just said fuck it. No one gave me the light, no one told me to get off stage. I think people were sort of not enjoying, Jesus Christ. I think people were, since I wasn't particularly bombing and the show was going well and the people were liking it, I think the hosts and whatnot just thought that I could keep going, basically. That's what I wanted to say. Not that they were enjoying it. I don't know. I have no idea. But I think this is something that I've been doing in English. Since I sometimes just speak too quickly and too fast, I say sometimes words that I don't want to say, just so I get something out. So I gotta slow down. Gotta take it easy. Gotta take it easier. But on stage, if you're delivering something on stage, you gotta be quick on your feet. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways. My friend Daniel, who's also a comedian, he's a guy who started around, I think he started around the same time I did. I think he started like a couple of weeks before I did. He's also back from his ashwagandha vacation. That's what I called it. He went on vacation for a couple of months, but he's back. So hopefully he'll get on the stand-up grind back at it. So yeah, exciting times as well. What else? Oh, the hostel that I wanted to create the night hasn't said anything to me lately. So I don't know. But there's a spot, I was just speaking yesterday to another friend of mine who also does stand-up. They have a show on a spot in Lisbon, which I think is one of the best spots to do comedy in, just the space itself. And I think for an English night, the space is amazing. So I'm going to try and, not pivot, but sort of, not promote. I'm going to try and speak with the people who have the space, if they would be interested in having an English show night. I don't know. So yeah, those are the updates. The topic for today, the thing that I like, that I want to speak with you guys today is... let me think. Oh, okay, I think this is the one that I wanted to speak about today. The grass is always greener on the other side of the road. I think this is the, let me just double check. I think this is the expression, the grass is always, it's something like the grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is greener on, I don't know, the grass is greener. The grass is greener expression. How is it? It's something like this. I'm pretty sure. The grass is always greener on the other side. Okay? And I think this expression has been hitting me lately. You know why? Because of the weather. Okay? Mainly because of the weather. Because some days, like, I think us as humans, we also work in mysterious ways. It's not only God, okay? Because something that we might, so let's pretend that you as a person really want X thing, right? And you are doing the most to get X thing, right? But as soon as you get X thing, you're already onto Y thing. You're already onto another thing. You already want the other thing. It's like, I've been thinking about this because of the weather. Like today it's really hot outside. Like not as hot as yesterday, but it's been really hot, right? And when it's really hot, you think about, wow, it could be colder. It could have been colder. Why is it so hot? I don't want it to be this hot. But then when it's super cold, you're always thinking, oh, fuck, I wish it was hotter today. I wish it was hotter. I wish there was a sun out. You know what I mean? Like, the grass is always greener on the other side of the road. Right? People will always have something that you want, and you will always have something that people want. But that's hard. That's something difficult to maneuver around. That's something hard to how can I put this into words? I think that's something hard to overcome. The fact that the grass will always be greener on the other side of the road. The thing is, sometimes we get fooled by thinking that the grass is greener on the other side of the road just because we see this tiny little bit of green. Okay? We might see that at least, so let's pretend we're on the road, right? And the road has a couple of blockers. So evidently you do see a little bit of the grass, and evidently that little bit that you see is greener. That doesn't mean necessarily that the grass is indeed greener, because as soon as you get over those blockers and you do see the entirety of the grass, it might not be totally greener. You know what I mean? So I think we need to be grateful about the things that we have and about trying to make those things greener. Because I don't know. Let me think about an example. I don't know. I don't have a particularly good example for this, but it's like one of those things. Oh, I think this is a good example. You know, when some guys who get in a relation, who are single, right? And they are constantly just saying that they want to be in a relationship, right? For example. But as soon as they get in a relationship, it's not that they're not happy in a relationship, is that they would rather be single, and they're constantly in this battle of the grass is always greener on the other side. So when they're single, they only think about being in a relationship and how it feels to be in a relationship. But as soon as they get in a relationship, all they can think about is how it feels to be single and how much better it is to be single, and vice versa. And it's just this constant battle of thoughts and feelings. And I think we do that with a lot of things. I'm just not... this is something that I remember we were discussing this the other day with someone, me and my friends. But I thought we also had a good example for the grass is always greener on the other side. Or for example, I think the grass is always greener on the other side can also be seen as an expression of. I think the cup thing of being half full or half empty is sort of, I think these expressions are very similar to the grass is always greener on the other side, because it means that there's always like, so let's pretend the road is something that you're traveling instead of something that you are comparing. Eventually you will get to the greener side of the road, of the grass, let's put it that way. It's like the gas prices that I was speaking about. So yes, evidently the gas prices are unbelievable right now, but if you do go put some gas, since the price is now even, if you put 20 liters, you're gonna pay 40 euros. It's not gonna be 20 liters and you're paying 37.59 cents. You know what I mean? Like, there's always positives to be seen in every single experience that we have. It's just, sometimes it's just easier to say the grass is green. Okay, I'm not making any sense now, but you sort of get what I'm trying to say. But let's see what the expression actually means by definition, okay? It means people tend to think that other situations are better than their own, even if that's not actually true. See? Exactly what we were trying to say. So you might think that your neighbor's grass is greener, but for example, I don't know, the grass could be full with chemicals. You know what I mean? The grass could be fake. I don't know. How can me and my neighbor who own basically the same piece of land, we're only separated by a fake border made by the mayor, how can your grass be so much greener than mine if we do the exact same thing? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's appearances. Appearances isn't a thing. Maybe it's just the image that you're trying to show me. Maybe you're trying to fool me, okay? But I like the grass is greener expression. I think it's on my top 5 of expressions because it makes you, I think pondering about the expression makes you feel small in the world, makes you come down to reality. Why? Because I think that we're constantly in this loop of comparing each other, right? We're always comparing each other. Like I'll see, I don't know. I think that we suffer a lot from FOMO. Most people, myself included, of seeing if someone is doing X thing, and you would also like to be doing X. But who is there to say that on the previous day, while you were doing Z thing, the exact same person that you're now FOMOing or quote unquote jealous wasn't feeling the exact same way you currently are. You know what I mean? Like the grass is always greener on the other side. And the same can be said for the opposite. Like you could be outside on the street having the technically fun and you're just thinking like, oh, I wish I was home just like X person. But no, you have to be in the moment. You have to live in reality. You can't just be living on the future. This is extremely corny to say, but I do think that no, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, although it does seem greener. At a first glance, it is definitely greener. But as soon as you start like deconstructing how the grass is probably not as green as you thought it was, you know, like in Portuguese, we have this expression, which is, we don't have the grass is always greener on the other side of the road. We have the expression, a galinha da minha vizinha é sempre melhor. Something like that, which means my neighbor's chicken is always better than mine. Which is basically the same thing. I think you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's the same fucking thing. It's just comparing, and especially in an age where we live with social media and we're constantly being bombarded with just information of what people are doing in their lives. I think the expression, the grass is always greener on the other side of the road, has never been as true as today. Probably when, I think the people that live in villages also suffer from this. The grass is always greener, because this expression, the Portuguese one, is perfect for people who live in villages. Like my neighbor's chicken is always better than mine. It's perfect for the people who live in villages, because it's, you know what I mean? So, but nowadays, like, people just compare themselves constantly to each other. Like, I do the same thing. I just don't do it to a level that it starts bothering me, like, mentally and psychologically. I know there's people who are constantly comparing themselves to other people, right? On a physical level, they think their body isn't good, their body isn't X, their body isn't Y. They think they're not doing enough. I think social media as an entertainment social media as something that you use for pure entertainment is perfect. But if you start overthinking, if you start getting consumed by it, it's the end of the world. Like, people have but I think people sometimes forget that. So with TV shows, there's not that many people watching a TV show and being like, oh my God, I wish I looked like Batman. Oh my God, why am I not like Superman? Right? There's definitely people that think like that, but I always think that it's more in a positive way of people thinking, oh fuck, I gotta do stuff to become Superman. You know what I mean? And then you open up Instagram, or people open up Instagram, and they just see John O'Malley, Sean O'Malley. They just see fucking John McAfee. Okay, they see Susan Thomas. They see these random ass bozos, okay, with the most perfect lives in the world, the most perfect bodies, the most perfect lives, they're always doing something, they're always out and about, they're never working, apparently. And you just compare yourself to that. And then at the exact same moment that you're in the bathroom taking a shit and you're scrolling on Instagram and just looking at what people are doing in the fucking Maldives, whatever, or in the Bahamas, or in Cancun with fucking LeBron, and you look at yourself in your bathroom taking a shit and you're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong, man. Okay? Not all of us can go to the Bahamas and just enjoy themselves. These people have always been to the Bahamas. Don't get it twisted. And see how I'm already like, see how I'm already like interpreting why they're in the why they're in the Bahamas, as if they can be just. I was gonna pretend that they're rich, but who am I to say that these people didn't just go fucking broke for the next 30 years to go to the Bahamas and just make a couple of Instagram posts? You know what I mean? Like, why don't we look at these people and always assume the worst? I think that's what I do. And why I'm not like crazy over social media. It's because whenever I go to like social media, I always look at these people and just look at what they're posting and see like, this is the phoniest thing ever. This is fake to the most extreme thing ever, to the most extreme point ever. Super fake. I always, unless I know you are definitely rich, unless I see Bill Gates posting a fucking Instagram story in the Bahamas. If I see someone in the Bahamas that I don't know, I'm gonna assume you went broke going to the Bahamas. You know, I think we need more negativity. I think we have to be positive within our own lives. In social media, we need to be more negative. Yes, bullying and whatnot. Brother, let's keep it a bucket, okay? Some people need to be bullied off social media. If you're constantly just posting about your fucking life and how your life is so amazing, you're not positive, you're phony. You're trying to fool me. Stop that. The average Joe isn't even on the internet. I'm 100% into the dead internet theory, which is definitely what the next episode is gonna be about, because that theory is fucking crazy. But that's it. I think the grass is always greener on the other side is a great expression to express how our society is and has been in the last couple of years, the last couple of decades, especially with social media and the internet. And I think now more than ever, we should definitely take a look into our own lives and just get out there, man. Just stop thinking what other people are doing and what they're not doing. Just do your own thing, you know? I've been trying to distance myself from the cell phone, which is extremely hard, I'm not gonna lie. But at least when I'm at home and I'm on my desk, on my computer, if I'm either working or I'm writing jokes and whatnot, or playing video games, my cell phone isn't with me. I don't care. I'm not gonna have my cell phone with me. I'll go to Instagram on the computer and whatnot. I'm doing the same thing that I would be doing on the cell phone, but it's not as entertaining. The colors just aren't there. The grass isn't as green on the computer, so I'm not as engaged. I don't want to stay there, you know? Okay, quick little rant about the grass is always greener. I said the next episode is going to be about dead internet's theory. Probably not. But I think getting an expression, something about something, is a cool way to like engage and speak about random topics. So yeah, 20 minutes, I think. Yeah, 20 minutes. Cheers, fellas. Take it easy. I might just do another episode today or not. I think I broke one of my toes, by the way, yesterday in Jiu-Jitsu. Not 100% sure, but it hurts a lot. It's probably not broken. It's probably just a little messed up. But yeah. Cheers, guys. Sorry for not uploading the other 2 days. And I hope you have a great day. And remember, the grass might seem greener on the other side, but you also have grass to make it green. Come on.